Sunny Hill Construction Company.
Yeah.
Yes? Now, this man is a tax evader. He's been underreporting his profits and he's been buying huge swathes of land in the country. For a company that small, it's just not possible. There's definitely some unhand dealings going on. Now, I've known that he has had his daughter, who happens to be my wife, ex-wife, to be precise, and her name is Abigail Mumba. She has been on payroll, and so have the other family members, over 6 years at that company. She does not work for that company. This is my own ex-wife, so I know what goes through the bank statements. Yes? And that's been over 6 years going. So you can imagine if somebody is on a salary of approximately £2,000, what that equates to over 6 years, and how much money has been embezzled illegally.
Okay.
Right? Now, I found a note in the house, and I've got pictures of the note where they had been discussing what they should do to me prior to me having been admitted to any mental health institution. Right?
Yeah.
And I've got the note, I've got the picture of that note in my phone, and I sent her an email, not even an email, a text. I said, if you are planning this, you cannot destroy what you never created. Now, I run a company, and this is my business plan, called Shine Brands. I'm self-employed, and I live on my own in a privately rented accommodation. Are we clear about that? Yes?
We're just listening to you, Sam.
Fantastic.
You keep going.
Fantastic.
Keep going.
I will keep going, exactly. So, when it all transpired, in the note when they're written, we need to deal with him fast. And I've got the note as Exhibit A. We need to deal with him fast. And preferably have him detained for 28 days. It was, yes, it's all in the note.
Right.
And I've got the note.
Okay, so
I will show you. I will show you.
Tell me at the end.
I will show you
I'll
the
let you
proof.
finish
You
your.
need to see the
I'll let
proof.
you finish your.
Not a problem. Not a problem, Dr. Nim. Not a problem.
No problem.
So, having found myself in this place, I realized that the hostility that I was facing, which to me happened to seem to be hostile because I was my rights were being infringed upon. Now, there's certain things that are non-negotiable, and that is an individual's rights, whether they're in a mental institute or not. And that's why I'm saying the whole mental act thing, it's an act of parliament. Therefore, it does not go above anything that deals with my human rights, because I am Zambian and this happens to be my passport. I am not a British citizen.
Okay.
Right? So I'm being infringed upon from this perspective as well.
Okay.
Number 2. Okay? Now, having come here, 28 days over that, yes, you and the nurse did not attend the tribunal. You said you were on holiday. And I said,
I'm sorry, I'm on holiday.
You were on holiday.
I was on holiday.
You were on holiday.
Yeah, I was on holiday.
And so was the nurse as well.
Yeah.
Happened to be on holiday.
Is that
According to
infringing your
statement.
human rights?
That in itself does not infringe on my rights.
Exactly.
Yeah, per se. Now,
So why are you
moving on.
mentioning it?
Now, moving on, what I'm saying is 28 days to be detained when I'm perfectly normal and to be given medication that has been causing me bodily pain and bodily malfunction.
Okay.
And I can give instances of this, and asking for paracetamol and not being given that. That to me.
Sam, you've had 10 minutes now. Can I just pause you there?
Is that 10 minutes?
Yes, that's my 10 minutes. You know something? You're just repeating everything you've repeated over the weeks we've been here.
I'm now moving on
Let's
to
bring on
something
some new
yes,
things.
I'll
Tell
bring
me
on
some
some
new
new
things.
things.
Tell me the news.
When I decided to phone the Inland Revenues, Inland Revenue guys, I phoned them off my mobile phone.
Okay.
I then decided to see if people in Beachwood would let me do that because we use the ward phone.
Please
And I asked
please
speak.
refer any complaints to the ward manager. Let's talk
I
about
spoke to
your mental
I'm
health.
just talking, this is not to do with my this is to do with the fact that I'm in a fraud facility and I'll prove it in more than 2 ways.
Go on.
This is just one of the ways I'm using.
Tell me.
So listen to me very clearly.
I'm listening clearly.
Thank you. Now you're saying your 10 minutes. You're clearly defining very different to what I was
Are we going on
talking
about
school.
10 minutes now? I'm listening.
Can you tell me what time I'm allowed to speak till to?
You just carry on speaking because.
So you tell me when 10
It seems
minutes
like
is
it's
over.
you want to
Can we
talk
have
a
a
lot.
facilitator to look at the time?
Unfortunately,
Is that too hard to ask?
It is too hard to ask. Carry on.
My ward round technically starts at 10:30. So
Listen,
I'm carrying
your
on.
ward round.
It is my ward round.
We
It
need to
starts at
discuss a lot of
10:30.
things. So
Exactly. So
get to
I'm
the-
going to be as succinct as possible.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
That's
Right?
no problem.
So I've got a business that has meant to have made at least circa 18,000 by end of March. Being here has stopped me from carrying on with my business because this man is involved with the corruption link that Mr. Nicholas Dunn is involved in, and I can prove it in court via a very simple logic. So this is part of the logic. When I asked Steve to say, could you please put me through to the Inland Revenue guys? Yes? Yeah. And I'd already, by this time, I'd already reported Nicholas Dunn, Abigail Mumba, and the rest of the family at this stage. Now I'm testing to see if I will be allowed to do that. He put me through on 2 occasions to a line that was fake. After the website, it said www.hmrc, it cut. And at which stage I went round to the office and I said, this is a fake line because when you phone Inland Revenue, this is what you get through to me. And at that stage, he went red and said, well done. Because I figured it, at which stage he then put me through on the 3rd attempt and I said, right, I'll put you through to the real line. But at which stage I said, there's no point to put me through to them because I have already phoned them. And matter of fact, now I'm going to phone them to inform them of my findings about Beechwood Ward. It was shortly after that that we moved from Beechwood Ward to come down to Swansea. I'll let you hold that for a minute.
Why would Beechwood Ward have anything to do with the Inland Revenue?
Exactly, because people like Nicholas Dunn are hiring mafias. Yes.
I mean the mafia.
I will elaborate on that. Whether you are or not, you will find out when we go to court.
When we go to the tribunal.
Exactly.
To see if
so I cannot judge you as guilty until those people find my evidence, assess me whether I've got psychosis and mania, because that was your diagnosis.
Definitely.
And I'm telling you to say everything in the report is a lie. You can have that diagnosis. Yeah. I'm being surrounded by witnesses, and I've told you, I recorded the conversations I've had with you, and they do not tally with the reports. Yeah. So you can stick to your ground, because you are the most senior member in this forum.
You can bring all information you like to the tribunal. I'm more than happy to.
Thank you. Thank you.
My colleagues are going to be attending that tribunal. So
exactly, and I've also got audio evidence. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. From even asking to get my shoes fixed, never has that request been granted. Why you have said I'm not allowed to leave the ground is beyond me. Why? It's out of malice. It is not out of you working objectively. It is a subjective stance you have taken. How many people in this ward have been here for 28 days? I'm still going through my points. My 10 minutes is not yet done.
I'll ask you a question which I can't answer.
Ask a question, sir.
So you finish your thing, we'll give you 5 minutes, then I'm going to talk, and then we're going to finish in 5 minutes.
I thought I've got half an hour.
No, it's not always half an hour.
But there's still a few more things I'd like to address. This is just one of the aspects.
Carry on.
I'm halfway through the agenda, don't you worry.
It's the same agenda you had for the last
month.
It's
not.
There's no change.
So how your statements then have been different is funny. But I'll go on to the next point now. Okay? Not being allowed to register with my GP to go to Leamington.
Okay.
Why that has gone on for so long, over 28 days, I do not understand why you're trying to keep my GP out of the picture. I should be in Birmingham where I privately rent. Right now, my rent is due and I need to know what's going on with my benefits. You are not assisting with that matter either. Yeah? So you have been very staunch on your falsified, illusionary stance, thinking I am mad. But again, that will be proven when an independent assessor comes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
When is that independent assessor coming?
So that is not within my hands, but I'll let you know as soon as I know. Yeah? Thank you. So, lack of sorting out benefits, we're going through that. Falsified and true statements of tribunal fraud. Denying me painkillers when I requested, that you're already well au fait with. Prescribing medication when unnecessary, especially when it causes more function to my body, at which stage you do not act when the side effects are there. And also, another point is, I'm not being given or printed out what the side effects of this medication I'm given. And it's taking me to ask these people. Now, from your ethics of conduct, whether that's how you were trained to act as a consultant is beyond me, because that is gambling with people's lives. And you're meant to be protecting people's mental health.
Have you finished?
I'm nearly coming to my last point.
Excellent.
Okay? Now, I'll give you an analogy as well to explain, and this is my last point, why this in any case is a fraudulent facility. And I'll tell you this from a Zambian government perspective. And I'll give you a scenario. You have two people. One person, has gold. The other one has rich land. They farm. They don't have the gold. This person with the gold has 2 bars of gold. They go to this farmer, give them a bar of gold for exchange of some food. The farmer does that. This person again goes back. Instead of him being busy and working hard to farm his own land, he does not, and he's not even producing anything, as a service. He only has gold. He takes the last bar of gold when he's hungry, goes to the farmer, buys off some more food. Third time around, he prints a paper, goes to the farmer and goes, by the way, this paper signifies 1 bar of gold. So, and it was heavy. Anytime should you want your gold, I will give it to you. Okay. Just bring this note. I'm carrying on. I'm going to finish the story very quickly. I'm speaking about it from a Zambian government perspective now, not from Samuel Mumba. This goes on for some time. This farmer now goes to this guy who's been doing the gold. Hey, by the way, here are the notes. Could I please have the gold? Where is this person going to get the gold from? They're not going to get it from anywhere because it was not there in the first place. Okay? England sold its gold, first half batch, in 1970 to 71. They sold the other half when Gordon Brown was in power, late 90s to 2000. Half and half make one. There are no gold reserves. We know who the thief is. People like the Zambian government are being told that they owe this country. How can how can the Zambian government,
how are they involved in?
They are involved in it because they are not. This is to be involved with. I'm being held by the UK government here. Remember, you are not playing to Geneva Convention. That is my passport. I've just produced to you. You are not giving me my human. If I was captured,
you've done your 15 minutes now. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. So now,
10 minutes from 10:30 to 10:40.
So I'm going to keep it quite simple.
I'm not even going to 10:40. And everybody is quiet because you are a master liar.
This is what happens outside.
Carry
You
on.
come into ward round.
I've finished.
Start
You carry
lecturing
on.
us on
You
how
carry
to
on.
treat you.
I will
And I'll
lecture
explain-
you
I'll
if
explain
I'm
to you.
normal and sane because I have a body to protect.
First of all, you're not normal and sane.
Who
You're
has
manic.
proved that?
You're psychotic.
Who has proved that?
Your own words
I've
have proved
told you that the corruption
Your
you're
own words
involved with
have
is what has
proved
made your
that.
heart
Okay.
like this. You are
And then-
not doing your job
Okay.
objectively.
And unfortunately, I sat down with you for an hour on Friday.
We were laughing when we spoke.
Because
It wasn't a discussion. You were
That's a
laughing.
discussion.
I was laughing. We were very
Discussion.
cordial, and I was
I
telling
told
you to
you.
say enough
I
of these
told
games. They should
you.
not go on.
Well,
And you are
wait,
playing a game
I'll tell-
because you are
I'll tell
surrounded by
I'll tell
people.
you this simply. Don't
You
use
will be
games.
cross-examined and they will find the
Tell
truth.
me.
But carry on and tell me what you want to
I
say.
need
You've
to-
now got
No.
20 minutes, my 10 minutes.
You've got mania, you need treatment, you're on a section. The reason you're on a section is you pose a risk.
Have
to
I
other-
acted in a
No,
medic way?
You're going to give me a chance to...
Have I acted in any way whilst I've been here?
I'm getting slightly tired with this, yeah?
I'm asking you, give me an example when I acted in a manic way. Just give me 3 examples.
You're speaking in a manic way. You're talking.
Am I speaking in a manic way to you
Your
guys?
speech is increased in rate and tone. You're talking about the Zambia.
When has my speech been raised in tone? How do you know what my baseline is?
This is not going to be a conversation.
How do you know what my... I'm asking questions.
I'm not going to have a conversation with somebody that's going to carry on talking over me.
No, because I'm asking you questions as you carry on. You can't be giving people information if you can't back it. I'm backing it. I'm telling you that I've recorded the audio conversations I've had every ward round.
How's that backing information about?
Because what you said in your statement does not tally with what is heard on the audio recordings.
The statements are you were picked up in Bristol, tasered by police.
Do you know what the circumstances behind the
Yes,
way?
I know.
That lady had already wrote a note to say we need to get him.
She was in the section unit.
No, already.
Right.
Why would she come to that conclusion when previously I'd just been taking the children and looking after them 3 days before?
Why do you go to
Because I go to look after my children.
And
They go to
what do you
school,
see your children?
and I stay at the house, and she fled the house when I was there.
And why
If
is
she
that?
thought I was manic, how could she have fled and left the
Why did she-
children?
why did
Why would she have left the children if she thought I was manic?
Okay. All I'm going to say to you is because this conversation.
You are not using your mind.
Oh, thank you for that. You've given me a lot of information.
You are not using your mind as the others are.
You need to get with the plan and start taking the
I'm not
medication.
getting with the plan.
Alright,
If
so
the medication is damaging me,
No, it's
you
not.
need to.
You need to-
You're not even giving me the side effects. I'm having
We're
to
gonna
ask
go
for that.
downstairs.
Where in your policy commitments can you show me?
I'm getting tired of this. You're draining me. You're literally draining my.
You are
energy.
asking me. You are
Yeah,
forcing
you
me
need
to
to
take.
take. Yeah, I'm not
I've
forcing
told you.
You're
I've told you
refusing.
what happened. I've
You've
not refused. I said I had side
Okay.
effects and I needed
And I've
to
had the
review.
conversation.
That
I
was the
reviewed
point
it
of this
on
program.
Friday. The conversation reviewed.
Yeah.
I've changed your
We did not.
medication.
Okay.